Oh, Doris, thank you. Oh my gosh, you guys, I'm sorry. So let me back up here. Before we go on, Lexi in the store just a few minutes ago did show the little dreamers and the little celebration. So this is going to be the little dreamers in June. The kits did ship, and these kits all shipped, except for two. We're just having to pick up more paper. Friday, we had a bunch more orders come through, and we had made them, and now we had to make more. Which thank you guys, you're great. This is going to be the little dreamers. We are going to have little dreamers part two, which is with celebrations only. But I was asked to give you guys a sneak peek, so that's what I'm going to do really quick. So this is what is in the kit. You can purchase things separate. I'll be doing this tutorial in June. I'm just going to have to get these binders out of my system. I was not a fan of them before, and I am now, and I can't quit. So I will get this finished, and I'll get the whole walkthrough done. But they asked me if I could give them a sneak peek of what's coming, and I just want to give you a couple pages of what is coming. Absolutely adorable. Definitely can be used for boy girl, and it's like not frou frou. It's elegant, and just for those who don't want the frou frou baby, but this is coming soon. And it is getting very thick. I'm going to have to calm down, but I can't. This is so, so beautiful. Look at this, you guys. Like I said, I just have to get it out of my system. It's very hard because everything is so cute, and I know I need to also make. I also need to get back to making albums, but I'll get this out of my system, okay? We'll make a little dreamers, and then we're going to do the celebrations. And also, if you purchase this kit, I know there are two kits left. I can make more if they're gone and you're interested. I did this kit before we got everything here. And so there is a 12 by 12 sheet, which you can add later. I will be adding, I didn't know they had it. Lexi showed it from the unboxing. So we will, I will get that added and let you know, guys know, so you can add it to your album. Okay, we are going to get working though on this project that you came to watch and not that one. And I just cleaned up my desk from that mess. So it's time to now get working on this one. Oh, and then I'm going to try these out. So we got in the spellbinders blades. The cutters are still coming. They should be here today. And the spellbinders is the same, I'm told, and it does look like it. It's made by the same company as Stampin' Up. And I do need a new blade. I've been doing a lot of heavy paper, so I'm excited to just double check. They're the same. So I will be carrying the spellbinders. Hi, Nikki. Nikki, you're going to want to see that baby album. I missed you being here. So the spellbinders cutter will be here. I have gotten tons of blades today. It looks like they are interchangeable. So I will be carrying this if you're looking for a good portable, but it is white and it is spellbinders made by Stamping Up. And they look identical. So more about that though. We are here to create our Butterfly Kisses album. So let's get my supplies. Like I said, I just have to get these binders out of my system. And I've done this again, you guys. Hang on. Oh, there it is. I was gonna say I lost my paper, but it's right here. Okay, so we are going to work on. I'm going to pull this one out real quick. We're going to see how far we can get. This one won't take long. This is our binder. This is going to be changed. And so I need to get out. I'm going to be using the orange. And you may have gotten orange or yellow. Sorry about that. But you have plenty of other leftover. I could even use coral. Let's go with that. The original one was done with yellow. then I will need those. We've already cut into that one cut apart sheet. And that was the one I was doing that strategically cutting with. So right now we are going to be working with some of our scraps. And one of the scraps was, we cut this from our 6x8 pad. And then we will want our cut aparts. No, we won't. We want the cut aparts from our 6x8 that have these little flowers, because we're going to use this one. And we are going to use the floral on the back. We're going to use these two, and then these two, we're going to use the back side, okay? And I just want to get my notes here. Put this guy to the side, and let's go ahead. Oh, and we're going to use, oh, just the love, whoops, love for right now. So I want to go ahead and finish cutting out that whole strip. I did it in the beginning, and I'll do it again at the end for you. I'm telling you, I am going to do Baby Album 2.0 with the, Lexi just showed little celebrations, so I'm going to have to make a part 2. And you guys, thank you. I just got to get out of my system because I'm loving these binder albums, and I didn't used to. I had, started scrapbooking when Project Life came out, which was such a great way to just slap your pictures in a book. And I guess it was great back then because I couldn't scrapbook with 4 children. That time I was working my nursing job, and I was a child-centered director, and I'll start again, no worries. And so scrapbooking was not, it was a dream, because I knew I couldn't do it with going home. So Project Life with these plastic sleeves made it so nice. Well, guess what? Now I'm dismantling my Project Life books and putting into albums. And so I guess that's why I'm loving this, because I feel like we're taking it to a new level, which is, man, I'm just loving it. That's all I can say. Hi, Tomalee. And don't worry, if you're missing building albums, we've got Michelle Allen. We have Tiffany. Oh my gosh, we love these ladies, right? And so we got lots for you to do. This piece, remember, was from our 6x8. And we are going to cut a strip here in a minute. If you got the yellow, and if you didn't, I apologize. We've already been replacing a few. So if you did get orange, it was a bonus piece. This is coral. You'll know you're orange because it's a lot brighter. And this piece is going to be 2 inches by 6. And again, do you want it from the pink side or the blue? And I'll take mine from the pinkish so I can get some of that coral in there. We want to make sure it's 6 inches. It is. And this is going to be 4 by 6. And you can choose yellow, the bright orange that may have accidentally got put in your kit. And I'm choosing coral this time. Then we want to get out our photo mats. And our photo mats for this one is, I've got it right here. We have a 2.5 by 3.5. perfect. I love when it's on top. And then we have a 2 3/4 by 3 3/4. And I think we're, oh, and then we want, this is our plastic sleeves number 6. Oh, we didn't put anything on it. Okay. Oh, and by the way, the Spellbinders is working beautifully in here. Okay. Oh, wait, we actually need 3, 4. Okay. That's all right. We'll just measure. So we need our 2 1/2 by 3 1/2, 2 3/4 by 3, and we need 2 of those. Oh, I did put 2, I believe. So 2 3/4 by 3 3/4. And this one is a 5 3/4 by 3 3/4. Oh, you know what, Doris, it is. And you can start out kind of like in a ho-hum mood when working with this paper, but I'm telling you, it's going to change really soon. And you won't be sad for long, let me tell you. Super happy paper. So here's my 5 3/4 by 3 3/4. I am going to erase my pencils. And then you have the 2 3/4 by 3 3/4, and the 2 1/2 by 3 1/2. Okie doke. Let's get her started. Okay, so my first piece will go in the center here. Here we go. Let's start off by losing stuff, guys. I need my, oh, here it is. And we want the smaller 2 1/2 by 3 1/2. Perfect. How is everyone doing today? Oh my gosh, you know, it is so nice here. I think we're in the upswing now for good weather. Totally in the upswing. Because I believe we're going to hit 80 today. And it's just great all week long. Super excited. So who received their kit and is starting to work on their project? One thing we should have checked is making sure it's over far enough. Problem is my studio gets a little chilly down here. It's super warm outside, but oh, a little chilly in here. One other thing I need to let you guys know. So we have been running out of the Katten, the Meow, if you followed my kits. Um, oh, you got it all sorted, Sandra? Oh, it's so fun just to sort. The Meow and the Bow Wow and Butterfly Kisses. We put the quantity of our kits that are made because we don't like to make you wait. And that's kind of what happened because um, we ran out super fast. But if you don't see it and you really want it, please message us, myself in the Scrapbookers of Country Craft Creations group, or Tanya Hard, she's our assistant. Actually, she takes care of so much. She's more than an assistant. And we will get you kits made. I am very close to the warehouse. In fact, we're heading back down there Friday. Well, hubby is. He's got to go pick up some more stuff for more kits. So please, yeah, if you're wanting one, and because I know sometimes the first of the month we waited and then it was gone. That's okay because we're going to make them for you. You don't have to worry. This is done. And we're just going to pop this into the top of the sleeve. So yeah, please just message. Oh goodness, did you decide to get one? Well, Nikki, I'm gonna get with you because I'm gonna add a few more things that are extra to see if you want them, and I know you will. It's like two pieces of paper. Lexi was showing them today. They're the months, the 12 by 12 months. I didn't realize that wasn't in the. You know how sometimes they'll put those in the mini form in the 6 by 8, but yeah, guys. So if you do purchase a kit for the baby, grab the 12 by 12 sheet that has the month on it. Each baby, the baby's months. Okay, this is going to show this way on the bottom. Then we have the cloud showing there. Oh, we didn't use these guys. So put these aside. We'll use them. I guess I didn't quite look at what I did. You know I do that a lot, right? So on this one is the bigger 3 by 4. No, 2 3/4 by 3 3/4. Wait, they should be the same size. It's not bigger. It's just bigger than that one. Wait, Sandra, did you try to get the baby one? We'll make more. Tanya's off on Thursdays afternoons, so no worries. That will get added. And when I'm done with the live, there'll be more added. And so check back then. Okay, we're going to just pop this like that. I've been working with the 49 Market album, so I get my pockets mixed up. They're at the top. These are at the sides. Okay. Then this beautiful floral, we're just going to put. No. Oh, no. When you guys redeem your points, you keep the code. You'll get a code emailed. Look in your junk if you don't see it, or go back into your account. They never go away. You can redeem those and use them anytime you want. Now, oh yeah, Sandra, just give me a call when we're done. The other thing is, if you do redeem your points and you don't see them, we can always retrieve them for you. No worries. Myself or Tanya. And we are actually getting the phone set up so that one of us will. Oh, I always answer it, but I need helpers. Okay. We're done. Whoops. Except this, like I mentioned before, was from that floral pack, but the price of the kit was already going up, and we only used 3 or 4 of these. So we are just going to pick because we had so many fun things left over. Now, one thing that I did not use and I thought would be super cute, there's a couple. Yes, it does cover, but I was thinking you can also slit that. Now, if you don't want to cover that so much, no worries, because you've got, these are all the words that I didn't use, because when I sorted everything that was in the envelope and put those in the envelope, because I knew, let's see, we've got so much left over. It's like Christmas every time we go and look. And then you have a lot of fun words. So we're going to go with You Are My Sunshine, because this is a You Are My Sunshine page. It just is happy like that. And then one thing I want to do, because I don't want it to stick down. Now, these are the square dots, so they are smaller than the round, and I prefer the squares. And I want it to hang just a hair. So You Are My Sunshine, which is super cute. And then also, you don't see, these do come through yellow. I don't like that. I would have seen them here. So see, now I don't see I don't mind seeing the white, but I don't want to see the yellow. I'll leave those out because we'll be using them. And we're going to put this is my original one. So I want to show you, because maybe we'll just close it, because I don't want to lose, we don't want to lose our order there. Okay, let's pop this one in, and let's take this one out. For this one, you will want your twine, because we're going to put it on our book here. There it is. Oh, here I was running around for our dots the other night, and there they are. Remember, you have those in your package. Okay. I do use the whole thing. And we are going to now create, we already created it. We're going to mat. We're going to mat this all up. Okay, 6 by 8 first. We could have done this the other night. And we want the sunshine. And then you're going to want the 12 by 12. So we want the 12 by 12 yellow polka dots with the sunshine. Let's start with putting this one down. Okay, I do not put, no, I do put, okay, this is where we're going to want our 3.5 by 3.5. We cut 3 of those mats, that are 3.5 by 3.5, because they're going to go on our flaps, and you're going to want 3. Okay, I'm going to set this aside, and we're going to cut our yellow polka dots, and we're going to cut 3 and no, these are 3. I know these are going to be 3 7/8 by 3 7/8. No, I'm not on mute. Was I just not talking and that shocked you? Sometimes I do that. Okay, 1, 2, 3. So we're going to cut 4, 5. No, can everybody hear me okay? We're going to cut 4. No, we're going to cut 5, 3 7/8 by 3 7/8. Yeah, I just checked everything. We need 2 more. That was me drinking coffee. For some reason, of course, he always has. If you have beagles, I know there's a couple of you out there that do. Oh, he will not let anybody on the bed, and the other beagles get on the bed at night, and then he screeches at them in a beagle howl. My husband and I are about ready to just throw him in the backyard. I wouldn't, because it's my Wilbur, but he won't let me sleep at night. I'm about ready to, I don't know what I'm ready to do with that little guy, because he's about ready to drive me nuts. So I need lots of coffee today. One thing we want to do is go ahead and pick, well, they're all going to be the same. So the first one will go down like so. Now I did draw lines on the back. I did not mat these. So I'll leave that up to you. I am going to draw lines on one, and then I'll let you decide if you want to. Well, hello, Mama Juju or Allison. If you want, oh, this is a bigger line. Whoops. Seems like when Lexi's working in my office, she likes my Cricut pen, I noticed. My fine line, but oh, hey. This one's my medium. I love the Cricut pens. Now, I might go inside when I find my thin lined one. And just go through all of them. Because that's not my thin line. She loves pens. I'll put this first one down. Now, the one thing to remember is when we put this down on our mat, that this is directional. So you're going to want this directional. Okay, so these were left white with the lines. So these are 3 7/8 by 3 7/8. So it really doesn't matter what 2 corners you pick, but pick 2 corners, and that's, you don't want to do all 4, just 2. When you're all done, you can definitely go back and add more to the center if you'd like. I close mine with the bottom up first. And then we are going to put this down, and then we'll put the 3.5 by 3.5 photo mat on. And for those, I did not round the corners, but you can. It'd be cute to round all 4 if you're going to put them here. But I did leave mine square. Oh, thank you. You know what, Allison? You're so great. Yes, thumbs up, you guys, and subscribe. And also subscribe to all of our Country Craft Creation designers, because we have such different style, and we just teach you so many, or we work with you with so many fun things. Hope we're teaching you good stuff, but we learn from you too. Oh, yay. Oh, you're going to just love it, Allison, or April. I'm sorry, you're not Alice. You know what? Allison is my sales rep, and I've been talking to her a lot at Doodlebug, so I do apologize. Yes, your name is April. Are you off? I mean, you're up late at night. This girl, this crafter. Let me tell you guys, if you love junk journals, check out her channel. It is Mama Juju Crafting, and she's up late. So if you like to have some late night live and conversation, it's really good. If you're just trying to relax, I have too. Especially with the profession you're in. I understand. I used to get called a lot of that on the floors. Okay, again, we don't have a direction here, so when you put it down, it's just going to be so easy to put down. You don't have to try and place it in the proper place. And it is going to start getting a little thicker and thicker. It'll relax as it's in your book. But right now it's going to be pretty thick. I have to tell you a funny thing about the baby album. You know, I make them and they'll go in the store, or when I make the second one, I'll get a please. But you know what? I got, it's so cute. Lexi, my granddaughter, actually kind of grew up with this little girl, and I had nannied her for a while because I quit all my jobs and I wanted to just take care of my granddaughters, Lexi and her sister. And so she's the same age, but she's married. And no, she's a little bit older than Lexi. So she's having her first baby, and I just got the invitation to the baby shower, and I'm like, I got a baby album, because she's not real frou-frou either. Her mother it's really cool. Her mother is a supervisor of the construction site. That's what she went to school for. And I think her daughter has kind of followed in her footsteps. Super adorable. So see, you never know when you need a baby album. You may say, I don't need one. Well, you might need a baby gift. And then we are going to make a small folio with our kit. And I usually call those, for the moms, the brag books. Okay, this one I'm going to take a little off, because once you start folding it, the bulkiness does take up a little bit of space. So I'm going to take just a tiny bit off that back edge, the straight edge. And it is bulky, so I'm going to make sure I get that down. Oh, you're at work. Okay. You're like me. That I used to watch, oh my gosh, at work, paper crafting videos. And I would just take stuff to fussy cut on my breaks. I just wanted to paper craft. I didn't want to work. Okay, you will want a piece of score tape. And we're going to turn it over to the back. Find, and I'll tell you, I don't use a lot of score tape. This is about what I use it for. So it lasts me forever. But we want that in the center for our tape. I mean, for our string. And then I just divide it in half. I'm going to pop it on there. We'll add some glue here in a second. And we're going to add our cute little rainbow. Now, before I cut this off, I want to tie some knots on the end. It helps to keep it from coming undone. And you can actually save these. We'll use them on if you have some tags. Oh, you know what, April, I had made kind of a junk journal style many years ago when I first started crafting for my brother with my dad's war pictures, and he was on the naval ship and everything. Well, he brought it to me 3 years later, especially in Utah or New Hampshire. We lived in New Hampshire, and my husband was active duty. I find that the humidity or the severe dry like Utah, it does come off. It turns kind of, and it's score tape, I know, but it does. It peels back. So that's why I only use it where I need a quick grab here. This will hold it, but I needed it quick. I'm going to glue on top of it. I don't use score tape in my early videos. I did, especially not in if you're doing a junk journal. And contrary to popular belief, score tape, I mean, the glue will not warp. If you're using, that's why you need the little tiny tip that comes with it too. It will not warp it if you don't use a lot of glue. Okay, we need those two. Oh, and we need the word memories, but we're going to get that off our sticker sheet. I do not pop this one up, but we've got sunshine and rainbows. So cute. Which kit, Nikki? This one? The only thing that's not in the kit for this one, there were some different doodle pops, and there is the package of, it's just all floral, and I didn't include it in the kit. Of course, it would have added that extra price, but I realized I only used like 3 of them. Oh, the baby kit. Okay, we'll get you all taken care of there, because almost everything is in it, sort of. Because again, the kit, I could have gotten it over $200 because you remember I add all your paper. So I'll tell you what's left. Oh, isn't that so cute? Okay, let's grab our yellow again. We need to cut, we're going to cut this strip here. And this strip is 3/4 of an inch by 6, and it's of the yellow. And 6. Okay. Oh, do you see what I did? I was talking. You guys, it was supposed to be the yellow. Oops. Okay. It looks great either way. Well, this is how it's supposed to look. I'm just talking right along. Okay. It's still cute because we're going to put the yellow down here. There we go. Well, you can do either way then. My cup is yellow. How funny. Excuse me. Okay. So see that? I've got 2 rows of sunshine. You should too. So I've got this little row of sunshine, this row, and I put this right on top of the second row of sunshines because I didn't want to cover them up. Super cute. It sure does. Okay, I want to put my bike down before we put that one. And we do want to pop our bicycle up. And then we'll grab that sticker sheet. And we're going to get our word off of there. And then I took the words memories, but you've got plenty to choose from. Okay, one thing I should have checked. Okay, we want to make sure these guys are not upside down. They're not. Okay. And it will be just a little bumpy at first when we put this down. Okay, keep a hold of it. Okay, let's turn that one over. Excuse me. And we're going to get our, excuse me, 6x8 pad again. And there we go. Yeah, when we start getting to the end, it starts. almost like just take the whole thing out, right? Okay, we did use the 6x8, and then we want the next one, which is this cut apart sheet. You have 2 of them, and we're going to use that. Okay, our first cut with our stripes is going to be 3 inches. Excuse me. I'm going to cut off that sticky edge. Okay, now this one, our little polka dots are going to be 5 inches. 3 and 5, that's 8, right? So you can also pick, I mean, you're going to cut into the other one, and I didn't use it, so it's okay, but this way you have some words left. And those are always great to use on cards. And then we need one more cut. And then what I did is I just cut off the blue, but you can choose any color. This one I did the blue, and I'm going to use that orange piece. So I'm actually going to cut off my little coral ones instead, and it comes out to be about 3/4 of an inch. No, let's go to 3/4 of an inch. So these are going to be 3/4 of an inch wide ish. And I'm going to cut, because I have that bright orange piece that was in mine accidentally. It's going to be 3 1/4 by 4 1/4. Now, if you're using yellow, 3 1/4 by 4 1/4. Then we're going to want a 3x4 photo mat. It's the white in the back. That's it. Let's see. Oh, this one might be our last one. I'm going to start here. So 3x4, 3 1/4 by 4 1/4. Let's set that aside, and let's start with the top. Okay. Try and get the same placement so we don't cover our binder holes there. Okay, then the bottom. Now, that's the nice thing. We've got a little workroom. So I'm going to bring it down a little bit more, and then see we have our 3/4 of an inch that's going to cover. Because these are, I think, 8 1/8. They are longer than 8 inches. So pretty, these colors. Ugh, just love them. And then our little border strip. And you can make it smaller if you want, or the 3/4. I wanted more floral to show. And I just love the ombre. I love it so that you can get all the different colors. You don't have to just pick one color. You can definitely use a variety there. Okay, we'll put our photo mat down. I do like the orange. Of course, I love orange. But they waited to get. Oh, you know that I have a really good friend, Sally, in New York. She's that way, April. She does journals. She's having to move. She's kind of gone through some life changes there with her husband and some medical issues. And you know what? She's like, I don't want to measure. And I'm like, you have to measure. But if you don't like to measure, that's why I give you guys the measurements. And I don't know how you guys do that with your junk journals. Man, you just cut and it's beautiful and it fits. And I'm like, I'm OCD. I would be having panic attacks right now because something was off or crooked. Isn't that funny? So what I did, this is for what I'm considering pages 7 and 8. So we've got a combination here when we get to our 6x8 plastic sleeve. Whoops, but we can take everything out if you're confident that you're not like me and we'll lose it. But what we're going to use here is the word life. Okay, that's going to be for our next page. Then we have and these things, aren't they cute for your journals? Oh, April, that's great. And see, I'm going to go and check out. I want to do some of your junk journaling. So again, we learn from each other. Oh, he's going the wrong way. Now, I do want him to go there. See how they go into different directions? So I need to get into my bugs. And we have, there he is. So he's going the opposite direction. I like that. I think that's so cool. But there we go. He needs to go that way. He needs to go north, as we would say. And the word, our cursive word, the good life. Isn't that cute? Okay, we don't want to lose those. That's our next page. Okay, I put the down flat. Well, thank you. And I do consider that quite the compliment coming from, see, I feel the junk journaler is very artistic because you can do things without, you just do it. And that's art. And I don't know, I feel like I'm a puzzle maker. I put it together and you guys piece it together with me, but it's just so fun to learn from each other. Okay, here we go. We're going to play with a lot of the dots. And once again, if you pop online and you notice that the kits are not coming up or page cannot be found, they did sell out, but you just holler at me. We will make more. Not a problem, especially since I'm headed to the Doodlebug warehouse tomorrow, and I will pick up more of everything we need. See, we have quite the definition of each other, or how we think how each other does. where I think if you could just open some pages and start cutting and create a beautiful journal, it's just amazing. And then you think, this is so, how fun to have like kind of two different worlds, crafting worlds collide. So I think I'm going to put one more. Remember, these are not your heavy chipboards. We need support. And it's better to do this extra right now so that you don't have to go back and try and fix it. And then life, I did put down flat. And these books, oh my goodness, you can put so many photos. Okay. Remember, this is going to overlap onto the photo mat, so you only want to glue half. You want to slide that photo right in, and we're going to pop our little bug up. So last week, I have to tell you guys, I was on late, and that's where April popped on, and she was late to her own show. And that's kind of how we met. You know what? I didn't always use these either, April. And my assistant said, please stop using those. Start using those so we don't watch you fumble around with your fingers. I'm like, fine. She's always telling me what to do. And she's right. I need to just quit being lazy and use my tools. But now that I've been using them, I'm stuck on them. Oh, wrong book. That's going in my other book. And we're heading to this one. And then the back side. Pretty cute, huh? Okay, we're going to start with moving this. Take this one out. Oh, let me put him away. Oh, this goes in the other book. Okay, so our pieces are, I had a flower on the other one. I'm using this one. And I'm using Love These Memories and this little butterfly. Again, on Scrapbookers, if you head on over there, you'll see I laid out all of the pieces for you so that you didn't have to dig through with me. So the first thing we want to use on here is going to be our green. And we cut a nice big piece that was 4 1/4 by 6 1/4. And then we want a 4 by 6 white photo mat. And we cut all of these on Monday, so that's on video 1 if you need to go back. And the list is also posted on video 1 in the description. The other thing that I used, and we're going to just pop into our bag of scraps. And if you were cutting with me, then you'll have this little piece left. It was the rainbows, but we used the back with the clouds. And this is going to be kind of off-centered here. So I'm going to cut this at 5 3/4, and it is 2 1/2. If you don't have, you should have this though. 5 3/4 by 2 1/2. If not, don't worry. Just you can also use a different piece of a different color, and it was to bring some interest, some different color here, and then We're going to have our flower shop. We'll put our white mat. We're going to have our little birdie here. Bring those clouds out a little bit more. And we'll get the white on too. Then love these memories. And then we'll have a little butterfly to the left. So let's start with putting our 4x6 white photo mat on the 4 1/4 by 6 1/4 green. Okay, so I brought that up a little bit. So I brought the corner under, like so. Okay, just kind of combine those pieces and make a unit. First, I want to make sure I leave enough room for the memories. So you can just slide this away. It's just sort of placed there for a visual so that I don't go too close to the top. And cute summer album. If you want something that doesn't have, if you're not a beach, I'm not a beach person because I don't live by a beach. I live by the mountains. I live in the mountains, basically. We have the Wasatch Front right here. So I don't do a lot of the summer albums, if you notice, with the beach because I'm just not by one. We have lakes, rivers, and streams in the Great Salt Lake. Okay, let's pop. This is so adorable. We're going to pop our house up, well, our flower shop up. And again, just take note, dots on the bottom and dots up the side. Sometimes I have to double think what side it is. Okay, we don't want anything to hang over. Okay, little butterfly again. Half will be on our photo mat. Okay. So I'm going to add foam to the back of my bird stamp. Just on the side, it does overlap on the white. These things, I wish have some that came without those. You'll notice in some of the kits. I mean, you can use the foam. You can cut those into strips, but you kind of have to fight with them, getting your dots out. But don't throw that away because you can use it. So there we go. Now you can get your photo under there. And what I do on something like this is print the photo a little bit bigger when there'll be more scenery down here. And then I move it up. So that's the nice thing if you do print your photos at home. You can print them like 5x7 and then cut out to fit your 4x6. Okay, let's turn this over. And what we're going to do here is you're going to need 4 little flowers. Oh, I guess I didn't take those out. Okay, well, let's take them out. I took an orange. There's the yellow. We want a green and a pink. Maybe, oh, there we go. There's pink. And I think there's a lighter pink if you want a lighter pink. Okay, I know there's a green flower in here somewhere. I could have swore we pulled them, but I guess not. Well, I won't worry too much if I don't find a green one. We'll go with the teal. That's just fine. Okay, I do pop these up. Ooh, April. How cute is that? And I think that would be so fun. And then to show us in Scrapbookers of Country Craft Creations on Facebook what you did with the papers into a junk journal. We would have a lot that would love to see that. I would love to see that. Take a, because I know you're getting some of the fun Doodlebug stuff. And let's just grab the 2 we need. And how fun will that be? I know you need to quit work so you can just stay home and craft. I think when we were born, we should have either been crafters or, you know, destined to work. For me, I should have just been a crafter. If I'd known then what I know now, of course. Okay, the flower is actually going to go right here in the center, and it does go inside our pocket. And I did just add 1 dot here because if you want to write on here, use this for journaling, you can, or you want to put photos, then you want to be able to get them underneath. So photos, journaling, anything will be super cute that you do. So this is going to be just a little tricky. Oh, well, look at that. It slid in just beautifully. I got some glue there. There we go. Okay, our page is done. Vertical pocket. And we're going to want our 12 by 12. We have the ombre on one side. So wait a minute, don't we have another piece of that? Maybe not. I'm going to move this empty coffee cup so it doesn't go flying. We need the green. I just want to double check before I start cutting because it seemed to me I guess we don't have a piece because I still have two of those. We're good. Okay. I put the leaves here on the pocket, and our pocket is going to be the 8 by 2 7/8. This really isn't directional, so I didn't worry about cutting off my header. So 2 7/8. And I cut it at 8. Oh, I did something a little different. Hold on. Oh, okay. So I want you to keep this one. And we're going to cut the bottom piece into 2 inches. Now, if you have some decorative shears or pinking shears or a border punch, I didn't notice I did that. But because I sew, I have pinking shears. So I'm just going to cut the top off here. Or you can do a border punch. I'll show you. We're going to put it down here at the bottom. Put the leaves. Okay, this will go at the bottom. And then I put the envelope with the little tickets and some butterflies. Or your border punch, or you can just leave it plain. And that was just what, the 2 inches. It's not a pocket or anything. It was just to add color. To make it look more gardeny. Okay. Then our next piece will be 3 3/8 by 8. Now this one is directional. You'll notice your butterflies are going one direction. I need more space. So 3 3/8 and then 8. And we'll just glue that into the pocket, just barely. It just barely goes into the opening. Whoops, I keep dropping the glue. Hold on a second. There we go. Okay, what are we getting stuck on here? There we go. Now remember those big tags? We had 2 of them left. I'm going to pop these into the pocket. So I'm going to cut those apart. I'll just cut. Okay, then with our little enamels, it's not these enamels. It's going to be one that we take off of our Doodle Pops. So we will come back to that because we haven't used our Doodle Pops yet. And there is some little enamels on the one. And I lost my Doodle Pops. We're going to put them on the flowers. They're just little floral flowers. And they're on one of the Doodle Pops. And I can't find my Doodle Pops. Oh, because they're in all the envelopes that they go with. Which little Doodle Pop was it? Not the Sunshine. It's going to be this one. So we can come back, and I added those on there. I didn't use them with the Doodle Pop, so then you can put those on there or just about any place that you like. So let's go ahead and pop those in the pocket, and let's grab the next, let's see here, pocket page. Oh, wait a minute, did I use these on the back? Okay, I used them on the back, so we can go ahead and open. Let's go ahead and open these. Now, if you don't want to use them there, you don't have to. We're going to use these on the back side. I love these Doodle Pops for that. You know what? I think, oh, that one's yellow. Okay. I wanted them to be different. Cute. Then we want, let's see, we got to get our good stuff out. And then I have the 2 stamps. So we're going to kind of stick those together. So they'll be down in our envelopes. Let me just get those placed real quick. We're going to put them together and then pop them up on some foam. Or do I want him in front this time? Everything's sticking to my fingers because I have glue. I mean, you're just not going to see the whole graphics. So pick the one you like. I'm going to go over the pocket a little bit. Now I want to be able to stick them down in. So I just want to put, oops, my dots like Man, I got something really sticky. Like so we can stick them down in. And we will need foam for there. And I'm telling you, we use a lot. Okay, I'm going to use a smaller foam tape so that they fit better. This one's not so thick. So I won't do the bottom part, just my top part. And add, yeah, you're glued to that half. I need our butterflies. One on each wing. All done. Amazing what the little few butterflies will do. Makes it super cute. Okay, now I know what we use those for. Did we use those ones? We did not use those ones, but we didn't use those. I thought we did. Okay, let's grab our 6x8 paper pad. We are making two photo. Oh, and maybe if I get the page out so you can see what we're doing. We need the orange butterflies. And did I use the 12? I may have used the 12-inch paper. I did. It's not in here. But these little butterflies are. But we already cut them. So we should have, in your scraps, you should have some of those little, the little butterflies. And there's some pink paper. Let's see here. And there may not be. Maybe our 12 by 12. Let's take a double check. Okay, it certainly is. So it's going to be, you can hardly see them, but there's the little baby butterflies. There they are on this big stripe. Oh, wait a minute. Where did our one stripe go? Don't cut that. Of course, you don't have the measurements. It was this one, the leftover. We don't want to cut into our big one yet. Okay, so these are 3x4. And just checking my measurements here. I don't think I turned my page. These are going to be 3 inches by 4 inches. And it's 6 inches, so we'll get them both from here. So first cut 4, because that makes a really nice border strip. And then 3, and then the next one will be 3. We already have our white. And they are the 2 3/4 by 3 3/4. Perfect. So you want 2. Yep. Okay, then we want Absolutely Precious. Again, if that word doesn't quite fit, then you can also, you've got lots of words left. So this is going to be for, well, I'm not sure what this is for. I'm looking at the book, and let's see. I must have combined some for some reason, but we'll run into that in a minute. Okay, we'll get this ready, and then we will cut the orange into 6 by 8 for the page. I have a butterfly bush out front. I never knew what one was till our neighbors many years ago were moving in next door, and she hated it by the fence. So she was going to throw it away, and I'm like, Rick, go get that fence, right? I mean, go get that bush. She thought I was crazy. I'm like, can we have your butterfly bush? She didn't really know what it was for. And oh my gosh, it's in our front yard, so we can watch from the windows. In the summer, the butterflies just, it has purple flowers. If you don't know what a butterfly bush is. So we're going to cut 8 inches, and the butterflies and bees just thrive off of it. It's so pretty. And that's kind of what this page reminds me of, is the butterfly bush out front. Okay, I've got my 6 by 8. We're going to put that down. There. My phone keeps going off. Let me just make sure it's not the warehouse or the store. Make sure your butterflies aren't upside down. Okay, these two, they're going to overlap a little bit right here so the corner won't get glued down. But the first one does get glued down. My mom does too. Well, she did. But I love butterflies too. They just amaze me. Amaze me how beautiful they are. Again, so I'll put my finger there because I don't want that corner to have any adhesive there. And see the words, we won't glue those all the way down. So this one I'll just put a little bit there on the A. And on the S here. And now we get to play with our fun doodle pops. Excuse me. Oh, so that I can put a photo down all the way into there and it will sit behind that photo. Now, if we glue it down, see, I wouldn't have a place for the photo to go. That's why I don't add that adhesive there. So here I like to put a little bit on the little tiny things like those antennas, some of your glue. Then let's just grab a layer. Then I took the pink flower. Be careful when pulling these off. You do kind of have to help it there on the back. So let me get into that layer. So if you haven't used Doodle Pops, just kind of push on it and let it come up so you don't tear the little antennas. Doodle Pops, oh, they're so cute. So Doodle Pops they're kind of a trademark of Doodlebug company, and it's their cardstock stickers that are dimensional. So it has the foam. They usually have 3 layers, and they do have some that are shakers. Excuse me. They have shaker ones, and they have little shaker beads inside. So, so cute. We don't want glue there. That one's going to go there. And the Doodlebug company, well, everything is just cute. What can we say? So we'll take our Doodle Pop. But I do add adhesive to everything. Now this is going to go on the frame itself, a little bit on the photo mat. Okay, we are done with that page. So let's pop that one in our book. Those will stay better once we get them on with the rings. There we go. Okay, the next one we've got oh, okay, the flowers for the back. Gotcha. I see what I did. Our black photo mat. And it is a good size one. It's 4.5 by 6.5. Just trying to see where I've got it written down. So 4.5 by 6.5. Then that next one is the big, we've got a big white one that is 4.25 by 6.25. So we're going to do some layering here. And then we want to cut it from the green leaves 4 by 6. So we're kind of doing some reverse here. And then 6. Okay, 4.5 by 6.5 is the black. 4.25 by 6.25, the white. Just so that black just makes it pop when we put the black lettering. Okay, and our green is 4 by 6. And this is on the one of our mint dividers. So we also want a cut apart from that, from our 12 by 12 sheet. And this is the bottom one. Life is beautiful. Excuse me. We have 2 of these. I'm just going to cut all the way up. Great words for cards, especially. I think we need to trim this one, as I recall, to fit the front, because we made this one, 4 by 4. So we want to trim, and I just take a 1/16 of an inch now off each side, if your cutter has it. If not, just kind of stop in the groove. It's just a tiny bit. We're going to go just around to make it symmetrical. The goal is to get it to 3 7/8 by 3 7/8. That side didn't need very much at all. Oh, then we need another one. And you can take it off the words, or if you want to save your cut apart, you can take it off of here. And we'll just cut it at 3 7/8 by 3 7/8. This is the back. I didn't use any of those words, so that's what I'll cut mine from. So I'll put this on the inside first. You know what? The cutter that, well, I have a huge dolly cutter because I need the dolly 550. You can get that one on Amazon. I don't sell it. It's really nice for cutting your chipboard. This one is Stampin' Up, but I found out Stampin' Up makes spellbinders, so I got the blades to. The cutter should be here today, and so I will be carrying it now. I'm so excited. One of the customers let me know, and it is. I did some research, and the spellbinders is made by Stampin' Up. I need to trim some more, and I'm pretty excited because, I mean, it's not that I don't like to support Stampin' Up. I do like to support their, you know, their independent sellers. But I just need to trim some more. I don't know what I did. When you run out of something, you have to either go, you do go online, but the rep then has to order it, and it does take a little longer with me. Now I'll have it. I'm super excited about having it, and no more will I have to be out of my blades or anything. So we will be carrying it all, the blades and the cutter. And like I said, the cutter should be here. Part of it came today, the blades, and I was hoping to use the cutter and test it out, but the blades are working great. They are the exact same as your Stampin' Up, just gray. And I do love this one. And the blades last a lot longer than any I've ever had in a portable. Okay, my photo mat that we created goes down next. I did off center it to the left a little bit. And then we are going to use the word together at the bottom. Okay. Now, because I'm going to have it overlapping onto the photo, I do want to just leave the top. Again, so you can slide a photo under, and it gives it more of a finished look when your photo is underneath it. Okay, we're done with that. So we can just flip this over. Now we want the 6x8 rainbows. Again, I'm going to use orange where this is yellow, and I do have a different flower to use. This is the 6x8 paper pad. So for sure, I know Tanya will have the cutters online tomorrow because she kind of takes some of, like I said, Thursday off. She works Saturday too, and she works hard. So she's like, I got to do some crafting and errands. So we're going to cut ours at 4.5 by 6.5. Again, if you have yellow, if not, I'm going to use my orange, which I think will look really cute. And we'll do 4.5 by 6.5, and we're going to round the top corner so that this looks like, you know, an extra large Polaroid. And I believe we already did cut. We did cut the white, and it's 4x4. Yep, we did cut those. So that's your 4x4 white. So we have 2 of those. There's my corner under. Oh, and we are doing different here. Again, those were the couple of pieces, and I think that's the last of it, that were in the flower pack. And then I didn't add it in. The price of, and you didn't use very many, and the price of the kit, I really do try to keep it at a price point that's not crazy. I mean, we could get these kits up to $200, so I have to be careful. Not realistic. And you're going to want to round the corner of your 4x4. And when I make my samples, I've got to start being more careful so that I make sure everything is, that I know what I use. So You Make Me Smile goes at the bottom. So I will be adding our flower pot here, which is super cute in the crate. And then in place of the banner, I'm going to use Just For You. We're going to have it just going over the edge of the photo, so you can still slide your photo in there. That orange makes it pretty bright, but it's okay. It's cute. Let's use our smaller, and I won't put foam at the very top, of course. Again, you have different banners too if you want to change so that it's not pink. Oh, whoops, let's take the paper off. So we've got a white one and a happy birthday. So if you wanted to go white. But the pink matches, so we're good. Team pink. Yeah, you know what? I do love pink and orange. Whoops, I didn't put this down. Uh-oh. Okay, let's pop that up for a second. And let's remind me to do my work and not talk, right? Okay. But we saved it. We're good. We're good. Yeah, that does need to be glued down. It's not going to stay otherwise. You know, I remember when my granddaughters were little, I made them pink and orange. And that's been a while. They're in their 20s. Pink and it was pink and orange. Oh, I loved pink and orange. And people would be like, pink and orange. Ugh. And I'm like, it's gorgeous. Okay, just on the edges, we want to slide our picture up underneath. Then you make me smile. It's a little more straighter. I went a little more crooked than you can straighten yours up a little bit if it's too crooked. Make sure everything's down. There we go. Okay, we can pop that into our book. Let me see where we are and how many more we're going to do, because I'm live again tonight, don't forget. So I want to, oh yeah, let's take out both plastic sleeves. You have this one and this one, and then tonight we'll have, oh yeah, we're doing great. Because sometimes we have to eat. Okay, this is going to be our next ones. And then we're going to do this one first with our cut aparts. Oops. That's not supposed to get caught there. And then let's turn this over. Okay, so we want this. Here we go. Perfect. Okay, the first one we want is these two, and we're not cutting them apart. So Love Grows Here and the Storm. I'm going to cut those. Get that bottom cleaned off. There we go. And we're going to score this just down the center. But we'll do that in a second. Then our next one is going to be our yellow polka dot. And we're going to do 3 by 4. Did we have another? We should have another piece of that. Right here. Because we do want it to go the right direction. Perfect. And then we're going to use our second set here. I'm just going to cut off, if you need to, just trim that up. And it does look like I had 2 of the yellow polka dots, but I'm pretty sure we have another sheet. And then again, we may not, because Let's see how short this one's going to be when I cut it 3. It is going to be too short. So we are going to change this. Let me show you what we did. No, let me show you what I did. Apparently, I should have measured, but let's try something. I'm not going to worry about the direction I cut that 4x3. And it's not going to show. So let me put this down for a second. Then we want a 2, let's start with this one, 2 3/4 by 3 3/4. So let me show you. This covers up most of it. So we won't even, oh, that's just fine. You won't even know the sun's going the different direction. That's perfect. And we're going to want 3 of the 2 3/4 by 3 3/4. That front one is a little bit smaller. Looks like I need to cut one more, but you've got some white left, so you're good. And our top one, it is smaller. It's more like, it gives you that Polaroid look. Maybe it's not smaller. Yes, it is. It's 2 3/4 by 2 3/4. So it's a square 2 3/4 by 2 3/4. There it is. Those don't have one inside, and we're good to put it together. All right, I'll put this one on first. Yeah, once we get in the groove, it does come together pretty quick. So we have one on the back. And then we'll have one on the back of this one. You know, many of you have dealt with me before. And as an adult with ADD, it's better to do one at a time. Let's not even try and do all of them at the same time, because that's a disaster. Well, hi, Jan. Yeah, it's early afternoon, and we're going to do these 2 plastic pages until this evening, and then, so I'm glad you caught us before we get off. Okay, and then the top one, okay. The front's going to have our 2 3/4 by 2 3/4 inch square. Again, it gives us that Polaroid look. And I love to show the paper because it's so cute. Ooh, yeah, we're getting ready. I got to get mine done too. I got to get July calendar through December done, because yes, those are going out on June 10th. Okay, I'm going to cover up those sunny little faces. And it comes up to the top right-hand corner. but with the yellow showing out. Now let's go ahead and score these. Now you may have to move it just a hair if it doesn't, line up where your score is. That was pretty good. Jen, I can't quit. I am loving these. All right. Now I'm going to have the orange out on the front of our page. I just can't stop making them. Love grows here, and then that will be on the back. Rise above the storm. So to me, that's really cute. I made pictures of the sunflowers when they come up. I was talking about that the other night. We have pink ones, and I'm so excited. But when it rains and when we have a storm, the sunflowers look so sad. They are just like falling over, and I'm like, poor babies. So that's a cute saying on the back of here. Rise above the storm and you will find the sunshine. Because then they rise up and they start turning towards the sun after the storm. Super cute when they do that. Okay, let me get my next envelope. And mine says pocket pages 12, 13, and 14. And then this is cute stuff. Okay, let's get in here and make sure it's the right one. I don't think it is, guys. It can't be. Oh, you know why? It's the sticker sheet. This is going to be our next one. So you're going to want your sticker sheet for this one. First one we want is our rainbow arrow. It's going to go down on the front, but let's get our dots. Just take your dots up the center. Well, I'm finding it so much easier. And I'm not having to make our poor crafters deal with me digging through the bins once we organize them. Okay, then this one is Sunshine and Smiles. I can never do that straight. But I'll tell you, these dots stick really well to this. Okay, let's flip it over. And then we have another sticker. We have a pink heart. Let's fold that over and try and get just... And then I chose the word love this. Oh, wow. I actually got them on straight. Okay, that one's done. So we put that one away. Well, maybe I can. There we go. And then we want to grab this next one, which is our 4x6s. So we want to cut 2 sheets, and it's going to be the green again. And you have 2 of those in your kit. And if you don't have your kit, you have, you'll need 2 of these if you're going to make this. Okay, we want to cut 2 4 by 12 inch pieces. So 2 4 by 12s. I shouldn't have put those there. So be careful. Okay, we want to put these in our scoreboard. Oh, you know what? I only cut, we may have to cut some off. Whoops. Sorry, they're 4 by 9. Yep, 4 by 9. So you're going to cut 3 off. Because I have a feeling we're using those for photo mats if I did that. I made so many albums that week. I'm pretty sure because those are 3 by 4s. Okay, now you can put this in your scoreboard. It doesn't matter which way. We're going to just fold it. We want to score it 6 inches. So the 9's across the top and you're to score it 6 inches. And we'll be very careful. Okay, so the top one is going to have the floral this way and the greenery on the outside. And this one will be the opposite. Green on the inside, flowers on the outside. And let's round the corners. Okay, but before we do this, grab your, I want you to grab this because let me show you. The front is solid. So here's the thing. This is the holes to the right, but this time I usually see the number and it's going to look, the number is at the top. It's a 4-digit number. No, it needs, yeah, it needs to be, no, it needs to be on the top this way so that our okay, and the hole is in the back this time, not the front. It's tight. I'm going to have to trim these down just a hair. So check yours out first to make sure they're not too tight. So I'm just going to take like a groove in the groove there off. Let's double check our fit. So this time, instead of openings in the front, better. They're going to be in the back. They'll be like so. So let's turn this over. Now, this is again where I used yellow, but as you know, we had an issue. And so we're going to go orange. And we're going to need 4 1/4. That can't be 4 1/4 by 6 1/4. Let's do a remeasurement here. 5 1/4 by 3 1/4. You want 2 pieces. So 3 1/4, it's already there. 5 1/4, and I'll cut 2 of those. Do your 3 1/4 first. So our photo mats are 3 by 5. Those are getting in the way. And 2 of those. Well, thank you for popping in. Yeah, this is our last page. And I'm glad you said hello. Last page. And then we are breaking for lunch. And I'll be back live at 5:30. And we're going to finish. And then you'll have the weekend, a nice long weekend, to make all your albums. That's on the outside. Okay, we'll switch these guys out. Okay, let's turn these over. Okay, so we have a little photo mat here on the inside. It's a 2 3/4 by 3 3/4, and that must be, I must not have looked under the hood when I was cutting. So we're going to cut another one. Oops, and then we need one here. So let's just cut 2. We need 2 3 3/4 by 3 3/4. I believe this is already our 2 3/4. So on your list from video 1, you might want to add like 4 more of these. Oh, are you? Well, we are headed out of town Saturday too. We're just going to go have some fun Saturday, but I don't like to leave these hanging. That's why we're getting this done, so that you guys that are staying home for a nice long weekend and you want to just craft. When I worked, that was always, oh, I don't want to do anything. I got to craft. So this way it's done, and you guys can binge watch the videos 1 through 4. Okay, that is all done there. And this one I put on the inside. So it's kind of under, well, not kind of, it's under the flap. Let's see. Oh, you know what, Jan? Oh, you got to post pictures for me. And then also, you're going to have some great, you're going to have such great photos to scrapbook. Let's see. The thingy for poking holes in signatures. Oh, the thingy for poking holes. No, you know what? We got to get them online, and I have to tell you, I've debated because my son had some trouble with the printer, the 3D printer, and he feels they're not the best quality. I said they are fine. And I'll tell you what, I'll just have Tanya get them on tomorrow. The ones that we have. The problem is they're assorted colors. Are you okay with that? Okay, let's put this in. Once again, it has to be the opening in the back. Okay. Green on the top. Okay, friends. This one's a little harder to put on. That's why I like these smaller square dots. And basically, I'm just going to get them on here where I can. Like I said, my designers do use glue. I've used glue, but you do need some drying hot time. Oops. Or you can just like walk your dots there. We really don't want it in the hole there. Okay, we're going to stretch him out. Okay, well, I will. We'll get him on. I promise. I will get Tanya pictures today and she'll get them on. So friends there. We're going to turn it over on the back for a minute. Okay, what did I do here? Maybe I'm the one who put them in wrong, guys. I did. Goes this way. So guess what? This one's going, it's going the opposite. So originally, he is working on that. So this is the front and this is the back. But mine's going to be the opposite because I did exactly what I said for you guys not to do. And you know what? It's okay. This just means this is going to be the front of the page. And it's going to be like this instead of like this, because then it'd be upside down. That's okay. It's still beautiful, right? He has 2 3D printers, but we were doing some with some wood grain filament that was so pretty. Oh my gosh, it just tore his machine up. So he's been having to clean it, but also he coaches my granddaughter's softball, and he works, and I'm like, those are poor excuses, son. Oh, this is, if you remember the very beginning, we did our gatefolds. I mixed our little mushrooms up, the mushroom with the little buggy here. He's now on the gatefold. So if you want to switch yours back around, that's where they go. So that's now my front. That's my back. Not a problem, though. Not a problem. And then this one, see, adorable, the clouds. That one is the next one. And just double checking, okay, to make sure we're good on the next, because that's where we are breaking. And then this is what I have here now is because friends and the friendship loop. And of course you can change your others if you like, because you got lots of extra flowers and things. So that's going to go on the back. Okay. So mine's just opposite of the sample. That's what I do love about these albums, though. It's okay. And, you know, that does keep it from falling out. So, it's not bad. That is where we're going to end for now. I'm going to put this back in. See the difference? Sorry about that, guys. But it keeps them in, so we're good. Well, maybe not, because this was on the rings too. So tonight, we will now finish up with, we have a divider, our cute little pockets, a couple more pockets, and then the cover, and we'll be done. We're doing great. Okay, I hope you guys are having a ball. Yes, it has little, and there's some other embroidery hoops that come with it. They're so stinking cute. Look at that. So I'm going to put these back in the envelope because that goes on our page tonight. And I'd rather not lose those. And then you guys can get back to work because I know many of you are sloughing. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Super cute. I hope you guys are enjoying making this, and then we will continue tonight. And so I'll see you at 5:30 Mountain Time. Have a great rest of your day. Bye-bye.